3, 2, 1. What's up, YouTube? I'm back here again with a new video and a new topic. This one's going to be on how to obtain things that you want. This could literally be anything. On top of that, with working towards that, you're also going to get the benefit of just living a more positive life. So let's jump into that. One of the first things I'm going to cover is mind process, and I'm going to tell you why this is so important. A lot of people think that if they want to change something in their life, they physically have to change a lot of things around them. And this could be maybe newer clothes, newer car, change the friends that they hang out with. The list can go on and on. But I'm going to tell you something that a lot of people don't really think of doing in the first place. So this is something that I learned at a seminar years ago. What they were saying is that if you want to change things around you, you don't go out and change everything around you. You change what comes out of your head. It's the first thought process that leaves your head that's going to end up creating this domino effect that restructures everything around you. A lot of that is positivity, it's healthy eating, it's maybe exercising a little bit more. You want to create better habits than bad ones, and we know that it's a lot easier to create bad ones than good habits. But I'm going to try to help you guys out so it makes it a little bit easier to make better habits to accomplish the goals that you want. So let's move into eating and exercising. No, this is not a video to help you lose weight. That's not my intention here. But we do have to change the dieting, what we put in our bodies. It's very easy for us to go to stop by some place, maybe buy a Slurpee, Starbucks, or through a drive-thru and pick some quick food. But these foods are packed with sugar or sodium, which really messes with our head. Because sodium and sugar work like any other drug. It works off of like a reward system in your head. When you're sipping on your Starbucks and you get this rush, and after you get this crash, that's partially because of the sugar that's in there, because it's ridiculous. It's like a mountain of sugar that you're intaking every single time you drink whatever type of drink it is. This obviously messes with your thought process. When you have a crash, you don't feel happy, you don't feel energetic, you don't feel motivated for anything. You pretty much just want to lay down and do nothing until you re-energize again. We need to cut things like this out and start supplementing them with simple things like water. Water is something really good that helps get your body working in the way it's supposed to be working. It helps keep your body hydrated to keep your mentality clear. Food is another thing. I see people eat really unhealthy, and this could be a result into mood changes, mood swings.
I'm just kidding.
I truly recommend that you pick up cooking. It's not that hard to do. I'm not saying you have to become Gordon Ramsay or freaking Guy Fieri, but just enough to maybe simple meal preps. And you can find recipes up on Google that are really simple. They probably will take you only 30 minutes to make. They're really good tasting and they're really good for you. When it comes to exercising, you do need to exercise. You need to do at least one extra physical activity. Let's say if you work and you move a lot and you walk a lot during the day, do something besides that. This is going to help your mind keep moving. You're not stopping. This is going to help you. This is going to help your body. You're going to have to
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
You're going to want to do an extra physical activity that is going to help keep the blood pumping. So after adding those things in there, the change of diet, the add of exercise in your day, you're going to start feeling like a more energetic person right off the bat.
I'm about to sing a song. Move, bitch. Get out the way.
But what does that have to do with getting that thing you want? So once your body's well nourished and your brain is mentally moving, you're going to want to start doing little brain hacks. Well, at least that's what I like to call them.
What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this?
If you have been looking back there, I have cars, I have motorcycles, I have cities, and that's because that's my end goal. That's where I want to end up at some point. I want to have those cars, those bikes, whatever it is. On this side, I have pictures of graphs, and they're constantly changing all the time. It's like a reminder. And you're not literally going to remember in your head, but subconsciously, it's going to be processed through your head. And that's something that a lot of people don't know. Your subconscious processes a lot of things that you really don't pick up on a daily basis. So when we talk about being more positive with yourself, wanting to become more energetic, it's pretty simple. You want to cut out like depressing songs, you want to cut out depressing pictures, you want to get rid of anything that has to associate with anything that's going to slow you down or not be helping you in a positive way. So the point of seeing pictures on displays, something that I like to do is I change my wallpaper on my computers, on my phone, to help me daydream about that thing more. And daydreaming it helps you a lot because it puts you in this other dimension that doesn't really exist, but you can kind of put yourself in whatever you're trying to achieve. Pushes me more and more to it. So whenever I'm working, whenever, I'm out and about, I'm always thinking about like, how would this be if I had this car? It's just a little brain hack, and I really advise you to change everything on all your wallpapers to something you want. And that could be anything.
Super dick, so I know you want to die. Girl, you know.
To help positivity, or let's just say in the case of a model, you want to be a model, but you kind of have social anxiety or some type of anxiety, or you're shy. There's neuroprogrammers to help you overcome insecurities. So let's just say in the case of a girl that's shy and she wants to become a model, I would recommend to go watch these videos on self-reassuring neuroprogrammer. There's a whole science between it. I'm not going to try to explain it, but they're sound waves that are similar to the brain waves that should be recepting in your brain activity. On top of that, they have like voices in the background where they say either compliments, just positive reinforcement, and you can hardly hear them and understand them, but your brain is definitely processing them, and that's the point of these neuroprogrammers. So something that I picked up doing is I normally take a 30-minute nap, but I'll put on headphones, I'll play one of those neuroprogrammers videos, and I listen to those and I fall asleep. It doesn't matter if you fall asleep because it still gets processed in your head. Next point I'm going to cover is the use of substances. So I'm not going to tell you that you can't, go out and have a drink every once in a while. But something you're going to want to do is try to cut that out of days that you know that you're going to do something the next day. Obviously, you don't want to be drinking during the week if during the week is a time that you work the most, you're doing all this fitness stuff, because it's just like cancel out everything you're doing. So try to schedule when you're going to go out to drink, or if you smoke, try to cut back on smoking. The less bad stuff that you put into your body is going to cause your mind to fog up. You're going to want to cut that out and substitute it with something better. So the last one is probably going to be the hardest thing that you're going to have to do, is reassess your surroundings. That can include things that I mentioned before, which has to do with music. It could even be like the color of your room. But I want to go more in depth with friends and negative comments that you will definitely get throughout this journey to obtain whatever the hell you want to obtain. You want to make sure that your surroundings are with supporting people. You don't want to be around somebody that's going to always be making fun of.
Go, 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 go. Don't fall off. Annie, don't fall.
Whatever you want to get. If you want to get a car, they're like, well, why do you want to get that car? You should get this car. That car's stupid. You want to cut that out. You want to end that relationship right there, and that are like-minded. This is something we've heard a lot. I'm pretty sure everyone here has heard it, but it's very important that you separate yourself from groups like that, because those groups are only going to hold you down. Like I said, with the neuroprogrammers that give you compliments, this is like not a compliment, and it's going to mess with your head, because even though you can say, all right, well, I don't care, your subconscious is always going to keep that comment around in your head. But if you hang out with more positive people, they're going to support you in it, and they're going to try to help you to achieve whatever you want to achieve. So the point of all this and trying to motivate yourself into accomplishing anything is to just get rid of all the negativity. And that can literally be from somebody posting something negative, listening to sad music, eating bad food, drinking less, substitute all those things with something better. And a tip that you might want to do is try to create a good habit every day instead of creating a bad habit. Those are like a couple things that I've changed in my life. So I'm going to end it right there. Leave some comments down low if you're confused about certain issues. You know, I'd love to help you guys out with stuff like that, or at least with stuff that I've experienced that have helped me in the past. I'd love to pass that to somebody else. But if you haven't yet subscribed, hit the subscribe button, keep up with other social media sites, and I'll see you guys next week.